Well, hello, my good friend. How are you today? If you're like me, you might be a little bit confused, frustrated, terrified, upset, annoyed, angry, unsure. Unsure being the biggest word. I gotta say, wow. Where is this all coming from? Well, let me set it up for you. I know you're expecting a brand new episode. You're going to get a brand new episode next week, but for now, you're getting this bonus because I felt like I needed this today, and I felt like you need this today. The last couple of weeks, especially a couple of days, especially if you live here in the United States, have really been questioning our own reality and what is happening. And the feeling that I have had in my gut is not a good one. Can you relate? I was at the gym this morning and I was flicking through podcasts and I said, well, I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to be kind of self-involved and go listen to maybe one of my own episodes that'll lift me up. And I was flicking through and I found this one and it really did make me feel better. It really did remind me that there is still good out there and that we are the good if we choose to put our good out there. And it really is as simple as that. And yes, we have a lot of work to do. We have petitions to sign. We have voting to do. We have donations to make. But right now, we also have to take care of ourselves. And so in this self-care time for myself, I started listening to this episode, which originally aired on October 5th, 2022, almost 2 years ago. It was the kickoff of season 2 of this here show. And it made me feel better. It made me feel good. And so I wanted to pass it along to you today. Just a little reminder that there is still good out there, that you are the good, that I'm the good. And we just have to choose to believe in that. And that's a choice we get to make every single day. So if you have been feeling a little unsure yourself, a little confused, a little frustrated, a little terrified, I get it. And I hope that what you're about to listen to will pick you up and give you the reminder you need. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, but I highly recommend you do. It is all of the first 99 episodes. Every time someone answered, tell me something good, ... This is a compilation of all of them together. I hope it gives you the good feeling and the reminder that we all need every now and then, as it did me today. So take a breath in with me. And now let's let it out. And now, tell me something good.
I have felt lately that there's just been so much beautiful connection.
Today's the best day ever.
You know, just really accepting people for where they are, but moving in the direction that I feel I need to do. I need to make the causes in the universe in order for it to expand and to grow and for people to become happy.
Halloween is, I don't know when this is airing, but right now it's just a month away. And then Christmas is after that. Because of the pandemic, this is really one of those times that you do get to celebrate and indulge in the little silliness and creature comforts.
Love, peace, friendship, diversity, people.
This too shall pass, and we will be better and stronger for it.
Well, I'm writing a book. That's exciting.
What's good to me is seeing people help each other.
I'm feeling healthy and happy, and that I can navigate through this world and bring some more art into it based on the good and the bad.
Take this opportunity to make new choices, and that's something good.
The strongest thing in the world is love. The most wonderful thing in the world is truth. We are all the children of God.
The best depiction of God ever is the Force in Star Wars. And we have a choice. We can embrace that Force, God, Buddha, whatever you will, or we can go to a dark side. And particularly in these times, I think alone, solitary, or with our friends and in groups, we can say, you know what? I'm going to push out all the negative sound. I'm going to be positive.
Good is that I'm working on a short story right now.
Despite everything that's going on in the world right now, one of my best friends, and he's a life coach, Zach Penpraise, I'm going to give him a shout out. Him and his wife, Sheena, gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby girl.
My son, he is the best. Oh my gosh, he just makes everything better.
You can live the sex life of your dreams. All you have to do is give yourself permission to be vulnerable and ask for what you want from your partner or live the truth that you want to live. And you can be very, very happy. And it's not that difficult. You can do it.
I have lost, I believe, 8 pounds in the last 3 weeks. I'm so proud of myself.
How COVID has been so hard on so many people and yet has brought some beautiful benefits to other people. You know what I mean? For a lot of us, it's been trying in many ways, but at the same time, there's been these beautiful moments of good that have come out of all of this.
The Pope just came out and said that people who don't believe in God still are good people. And if you live your life according to what is right and what is wrong, that he honestly believes there's a path to heaven. I just think it's such an incredibly beautiful thing.
We adopt a family through an organization in Philadelphia that works to prevent child abuse and to support needy families. And it feels really important to me to help an individual family in a major way.
We all make Christmas cookies together. I love that.
There's always hope.
And to create belief, because if we don't have that, what's anything worth?
My belief is that there is more good in the world than there is bad. We just need to look for it, and it will be there.
Something good. Sometimes I like to eat Nutella, but the vegan one standing up with a spoon.
I think we're going to get rid of a real jerk in our country.
Something that's really good is that people in the United States are learning to vote and that they're understanding how powerful that can be.
Having a roof over my head and, food on the table and the ability to, do work that makes me happy and I think makes a difference.
I survived Hurricane Eta.
My hikes have been really, really good right now.
One of our dogs, it's his birthday. He's turning 16. So we are going to have a little party for him today with some doggy ice cream and a little hat.
And knowing that we can always at any moment reinvent ourselves or choose a new direction in our lives. We can reconnect to who we are and why we've come, and we can live lives full of purpose and destiny. And no matter where we've come from, no matter what we've done, no matter what people say about us, we can start anew and afresh and reinvent everything in any moment that we choose.
I just can see so much good despite so much chaos around the world that I think that is something to give us hope.
Life is short, but it's also very long. If I stop and plug into the current moment, into the people I care about around me, and taking the long view of not just my life, but the timeline of the entire human race and the history of the universe, everything kind of can slow down and almost stand still. And then I can soak up the richness of all the goodness that is around me.
When you got good friends, you got a good life.
We've gone the extra mile to create relationship, to create closeness within our families and within our communities. And there has been an exceptional amount of support that has poured out in a situation where we haven't been able to gather in person.
I lost a very dear friend who has the most
adorable and loving, absolutely gigantic, big old black dog that you'll ever meet. And she, before she passed, asked if I would take him. And I said yes.
In light of what we see around us, we almost can't believe, say, the news today. I noticed that my neighbors, my friends, we are all gentler and softer and more compassionate to one another. That is something that makes me smile every day.
Your decisions are under your control, which means that if you want to make today the best day ever, that is your choice.
Something that I cherish about myself right now is that I can just be exactly where I am, good or bad, and feel those feelings.
Now, normally the last question is, tell me something good. But because of you three, we're going to change it up. So, Scott, the question is to you first. Tell me what the best cookie is.
Whichever one's in my hand.
Jeremy, what's the best cookie?
Well, I can't go with that answer, so I'm going to go with Scott introduced me to Spritz cookies, and I never tried them before, and I truly do enjoy a Spritz cookie.
Cheryl, what's the best cookie?
Iced sugar cookies.
That's good. That's good.
This is delightful. This right now is in the middle of a pandemic, and here we are connecting and enjoying, and that's good.
It's just finding ways to adapt to like a very uncertain time, and I think it's very possible, and we're doing wonderful things.
Kamala Harris is the Vice President of America. I think that's pretty dope.
I got my first vaccine. I just feel like there's finally light at the end of a very long, dark tunnel.
I know this podcast is about good things, and I think the best thing is humans are going to slowly be going extinct, and then the natural world will return.
Something good is having friends around you that will put up with you no matter what.
If in this moment there's something I can say that's going to have an impact, then just say it.
I would say music, man. Music is the thing that is music is probably the only thing that can pull me out of a funk.
I have really been able to learn a lot about myself and my husband and my children by just being here and realizing the people pleaser in me, although I'm still a performer and we're still doing this, but the people pleaser in me has learned that, I don't necessarily have to do that.
Loving yourself enough to give yourself a break and not feel guilty about it.
Something good for all of us is when we see somebody smile.
Just being able to meet a lot of local people in Rutland and also Killington at the ski mountain that are just amazing people living their everyday life, but doing wonderful things.
What's good? An opportunity to always begin again, that it's never too late to be our authentic self.
I would like to have real true courage when I really sometimes don't feel like I do. And I would like that focus on speaking my truth. And because I think when you do that, you're accepting yourself and others can accept you.
It's important to have human connection all the time. And I feel like we should all make every effort to really reach out. And I think, not only to our friends, but to other people that we may not know, and just really just say hello and talk to them.
Listen. Listening is good.
Chocolate chip cookies, dude. You just taste one and eat one. There's no way you can feel bad. So I'm going to go with chocolate chip cookies.
Kurt and I are fully vaccinated, and we're really happy about that because we can stop having the nightmares of not wearing our masks, in crowds, though we still do.
It is possible to do good and be good so easily. All we have to do is look at every positive thing that's out there. Don't dwell on the negative. I mean, we're not going to ignore that things happen, and we want to advocate for things to get better. But if you in your spirit actually focus on the good, and you'll manifest it, it can happen. You just have to really want it and you have to work for it.
It's the communal experience of movies that I think are really good.
I think that's good that we get that communal experience back in our lives.
I'm going to share this tweet that I read that was tweeted by Michael Green, who is a prolific screenwriter and producer. And he said that we are in a golden age where studios will let talent create some of the most original films ever made, provided they call them by the name of a familiar property.
I think I told you this. I always would tell Riley when he was little, he would get scared and say things like, but it just seems like there's so many people that are just mad. And and I would say, Riley, the thing about people that are angry or mad or they're full of hate, I go, they're just super loud, and it's just loud. And I go, so we just have to get louder.
Oh my gosh. Plant a fruit tree, find something epic to do every day, have fun. Enjoy your journey every moment. Be present.
I'm in this moment of it's going to be what it's going to be, and it's going to be okay.
People are good. People fundamentally are good and don't want to do the wrong thing, don't want to hurt people, don't want to cause strife in the world. So they just need to give them the right information to let them make better choices, and everybody can change. So humans are good.
Tell you something good. Okay, so if you're feeling depressed, anxious, if you're not happy, the number one thing I would say to do is step outside of your bubble and just go and serve someone. Kind of forget yourself.
Something good is that you do have the opportunity every day to change your surroundings and to change your state and to start over.
Tell you something good. Oh, I bought tickets to go see the Go-Go's New Year's Eve of this year.
Well, my dogs are doing really great. They're all sleeping on my bed.
Everything's going to be okay, man.
My fitness career was pulled out of the gutter, and I was excited enough to accept a job at producing digital fitness. That's something amazing.
We need to be kind to each other. That's what good means to me.
Something good is that today we are alive, and today, as far as I know, we don't have cancer.
Life is about seeing the good, and life is about being grateful.
There's this giant shift, and people are finding a different way to live, and they're making a difference.
I love you all, and anybody who's listening, who's going through something, just know that you are loved.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something so good. My kids are back in school, and I have alone time again.
When you're out in the woods, there really is magic happening just under that soil.
Believe in things that you want to be doing in 20 years and try to go backwards and figure out what can you do today to make that happen.
Reach out and ask for help.
Always believe in yourself and never leave an opportunity untouched.
I think I don't have cancer anymore. I think it's gone. And I think that's good news.
Something good. Well, I'm in love with our local food bank in LA, the World Harvest Food Bank.
This year, the vaccines, really good.
Well, I met the man of my dreams, and I'm just so happy in my little bubble.
The magic of the season isn't in a trend-savvy ornament or perfectly trimmed tree. It's elusive and hard to define, but it is magic, and it is real.
So the Oompa Polka version of Purple Rain with ASL interpretation was glorious.
The good that I see is how supportive and beautiful people could be in those moments of trials and tribulations. Be in love with yourself.
Well, it's a little personal thing. My mother had a breast cancer scare earlier this year, and she just got her pathology back, and she's all clear.
I have a garden, and during COVID, I have discovered my green thumb.
And I went out on Friday just to check and prune a little bit. And I discovered that I had grown an eggplant. I had no idea that I even planted an eggplant.
All of my kids are in a good place and they're thriving. That's our good around here.
And we saw Celeste down at the bottom, laying down with what looked like a giant cow turd next to her. And then we saw the giant cow turd move a little bit, and we realized that it was a baby cow. And now he is probably like 65 pounds. So he's about the size of a newborn calf normally, but he's thriving.
More people are rescuing dogs now than they used to, and puppy mills are being shut down.
Something that was really good was talking about my blessing bags. I really like to spread knowledge about this. And even though I've been doing this since a young age, so my mom has helped me promote this a lot and help other people know. And so we can spread the awareness of this foundation. But I just loved being able to talk about this. So that's something that was good.
Something good is that we are here and still thriving and surviving through this horrific pandemic. We are learning to be good, finding ways we never thought we could to be even better.
First thing that comes to mind is you're loved. Just you're loved. And that's true. You are loved. Like whoever these words are landing on, you're loved. And I feel like I believe that to be true.
You know, in the immortal words of Reva Shane, try love.
We're almost, I think, through the COVID darkness. And I think through all of that, we've learned a lot about priorities and love and how wonderful the good stuff in life can be.
Something good. That's so hard because I feel like it needs to be significant enough.
It doesn't. It can be something as simple as it's above 10 degrees today in Pittsburgh. That's something good. We've had a very, very cold. We've had like 3 snow delays this week. Been a little crazy. We are at 16 degrees and there's sun.
Yes, that is something good.
Something good. I recently found the box of old Another World tapes and I stuck one in, and it happened to be an episode, a great episode. It just made me so happy to see that again. It was classic. So that was really good.
We have our health despite the global pandemic, and we are staying safe together.
Just keep trying, and whether you fail or not, at least we're trying. And then that to me is the most positive thing we can do as people, for each other, for the people who love us, and for those who we love.
It's never too late to start over. The best era of your life might easily be the era in front of you, or 2 or 3 eras in front of where you are.
My siblings, I love them, and I have a wonderful relationship with them, and I could not imagine my life without them, and I'm so thankful that I have the relationship I do.
Every day is a choice. Every minute is a choice. Every reaction is a choice. Every breath is a choice. Every response is a choice. And we have infinite choice in everything we do in life. And to me, that is really, really good.
So my something good is that I love you, and I love everyone that is listening, and I love all of my readers and those readers to come.
When there's a State of the Union, the president speaks, but behind the president sits the vice president and the Speaker of the House. That is the protocol. Well, for the first time ever, there were 2 women behind the president, Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris, 2 women, one of color, which is even better. And Nancy Pelosi was the first and only woman ever to become Speaker of the House. And the Speaker of the House has more power than the president. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Vibrate at a higher level. I don't mean in a woo-woo way, but just how you live your life. It really does bring light into this world.
Waking up every day and going, I can do something good for someone else today, and I can do something good for myself. That's what it's about.
My family has been that despite what happened to us, seeing that
we've all hung in there together, and seeing my sister grow up after going through what she went through and applying for colleges now, and who she's made herself become, not letting this change that at all, has been really wonderful to see.
The opportunity to celebrate life every day, being able to go out and spread good once again in any way possible. Like I said, just waving to the next door neighbor. It feels good, everyone. Do it. I highly recommend it.
Peanut and I surprised a little boy the other day who's been getting bullied at school, and his mom wanted to surprise him with a video of Peanut. And she called me crying right before we started the video chat, and he had put on his squirrel costume. It was just ironic that he put it on. I have the same one, so I put mine on at the same time. And we got on the video chat, and he started to cry, and I started to cry, and it was like one of the happiest moments to see that little kid so happy.
The sun shines, and the world keeps turning every day, despite all the other things that annoy us. There's that sort of universal flow that is always there.
One of my daughter's first words, two of her first words were booty and happy. And one of the most amazing things that she does is I will walk in on her, and she's a reader. She likes to look at books by herself. And often I will walk in on her. She's 13 months old, and she will be saying, happy, happy, happy.
I am surrounded by really, really amazing people, and I realize it more and more every day. And I find that I am a very, very lucky girl.
What's good is Ransom. Seriously, the most joyful thing on the planet is that dog running towards me, so very happy. Seriously, it's like the biggest hit of happiness.
Sometimes we say that we live in a house made of pizza. That's just amazing that this is good, and this is here, and this is for my life, and that I deserve this, and I am the person who is capable of maintaining this.
That was it. That was a sigh. I was breathing. Tell me something good.
Something good is I love dancing, and there's a fun class coming up that I'm into.
My niece, who is a little over 1 year old, got cancer in December, and she is like on the path to, it seems like, full remission.
We launched our Welcome Home campaign, which is to purchase a building for our transgender housing program. That is something good that the world needs, is knowing that there's a home for trans youth coming to New York City.
When we take responsibility for the situation around us in our own city, in our own household and whatever, we find deep meaning in life. And I just think that's really good news.
So I'll probably have to go to my son. He said every day in the summer feels like a holiday.
It's so much easier to do good than you think and make a difference.
Stop pressuring yourself and just have a good time. You know, life is short.
Something good is living right in the moment you are in and smiling and just being present. I get up every morning and I look at whichever beast is in my bed and I kiss them and I say, how fucking lucky are we? And I say it out loud. I go, I am a lucky bastard. I am right where I am supposed to be right now. And if I can pass that along to any other person right now listening, wherever you are, just take a breath and smile and go, hey, I'm right where I am and I'm good.